Naomi Osaka versus Emma Raducanu. What was expected to be a blockbuster match ends relatively short. Is there something wrong with Osaka? Let's talk about it. As always, this coverage is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and the Digital Millennium Act. Emma Raducanu going for her second quarterfinal appearance here in DC. But let's talk about Osaka. Four-time slam champion. Is something wrong? Now, this video, I'm going to give my fair criticism, and I also want you guys, all the subscribers, all the listeners, to join in. What is wrong with Osaka? Now, this is my perspective. Watching her play, guys, four-time slam champion, I don't think there's anything wrong with her ball striking. In fact, I've said it time and time again. I think she's probably one of the cleanest, most technical ball strikers in the game, one of the better servers. But I think there's a confidence issue. Watching Osaka, I think she's going through something Coco went through a few years ago. Remember, guys, after that early exit to Sofia Kenin, who, by the way, has a big match with Taylor Townsend coming up at Wimbledon, it seemed like she needed a change, right? And we all know the story. I told it here several times. Her father, Corey, with the help of her mom, would recruit Brad Gilbert. That would lead to Coco's first ever slam, a double-digit win streak, dominating DC, Cincinnati, taking out Iga for the first time. But prior to that, covering Coco as much as I have in the past, she wasn't having fun with the game. She was playing matches, and it seemed like she was playing matches anticipating what the critics would say after. And it seems like Osaka's going through that right now. When I look at her facial expressions, it seems and appears to me this is someone that's not having fun with the game. She's very skilled. She's very talented. She has the best coaching. Now, I do think she should have stayed with Wim. I think just based on her game style, the previous work they had together, I don't think that was a good move. As you look at Iga Swiatek having amazing success with Wim Fissette now, one of the best coaches to ever do it. And so is Patrick. But I just think Wim's style fit Osaka a little bit better. I do think, however, and this is a question for you guys, when Osaka was winning slams, is the tour better now or then? Personally, I think there were better shot makers when Osaka was winning those four slams on the tour then than now. But I do think the issue she's having is right now, to this very day, the tour has more athletic players. When Osaka was winning those slams, she was still pretty young. She was one of the younger players. She had the athletic edge. Whereas now, guys, look, my personal opinion, if we were rating athletic ability, would Osaka be in the top 10? Probably not. How about the top 20? Probably not. So that's another challenge I think she's facing. And in fact, Emma Raducanu clearly had the athletic edge in this match. She sped up the match and the rallies to where Osaka couldn't play herself into them. Personally, I think Osaka's got to possibly maybe change the game plan a little bit, maybe work on the footwork a little bit more. Her ball striking is not an issue. I just think she's on the back foot a lot due to just being the slower player in a lot of these matches. That's my fair criticism. And look, I will emphasize, I love Osaka. She's one of the most classiest players on tour, respectful, courteous. I think she's an amazing person and player. But I do think she's struggling athletically. A lot of these younger players that she's facing, they just have the edge in speed and footwork. And I think that's something she needs to work on a little bit more as she's reaching her upper 20s. You can't, Father Time is undefeated. You can't turn that clock back. So I think she needs to put some urgency on the footwork drills. That's just my personal opinion. But let's talk about Emma Raducanu, you guys. And I'm going to tell you something that she said. And this is how I think Emma has got through the criticism. At one point, Emma was facing all types of criticism, and I felt her confidence got her through that. Remember, Emma Raducanu said, no matter what the haters say, critics, you can never take away my Grand Slam title. I think Emma's always found a way to just excel and just avoid the negativity. While I think Osaka maybe focuses a little too much on it. And again, when she's playing, you can see she's already thinking about the post-match interview and what she's going to say if she doesn't win the match. Emma Raducanu makes her second quarterfinal here, and yes, guys, she does it in straight sets. She's going to take on the Greek goddess, someone she's dominated recently, and in fact, I think she's won at least the last 6 sets taking on the Greek goddess. Emma played well today. She dominated the first serve. I think Osaka's double faults really hurt her in this match today, and I think she's got to get those under control, but she has to get back to the double-digit aces we're used to seeing her put up. Right? Remember Osaka at one point, she could put up 8, 9, 10, 11 plus aces in any match. And I think that kept a lot of pressure on her opponents. Factor in possibly the slower footwork, not serving well. She's on the back foot way too much in these matches. And I think that's a big part of the problem. As she takes the loser's walk, she's definitely not a loser. Classy woman, but I think she'll figure it out. Emma Raducanu, on the other hand, guys, she's got to be one of the players that could really win this tournament. As Jessica Pegula, she's got a tough match against Leylah Fernandez. I think Leylah can win that match. Sophia Kenin has Taylor Townsend. That's going to be a tough match. And what about the Greek goddess? Is this the second coming? She's going to turn 30, guys, I think tomorrow, in fact. So congratulations to Sakari for making another quarterfinal, and happy birthday. But look at the stats, guys. The double faults hurting Osaka there. The unforced errors double Emma Raducanu. What's wrong with Osaka, guys? Please comment below. Let's have a discussion. I think, as I said previously, I think it's a confidence issue. Tennis in a minute. We'll be back.